Oh, she's nasty. Damn, boy. Wow. We love you, baby. Yeah. All right, today we're gonna see how long it takes Ben to put on wheels. But you just witnessed the first 4-gen in the country on S81. that is just, it's never happened before. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's surprising, actually.
Isn't it?
That's, yeah. I mean, 5 stars are like the most...
God, that deep dish is sick. It is sick.
I told you, dude, this part, they have, I mean, it's literally right at the corner of that thing. Like, it's perfect.
You fucking joking me right now?
So did they tell you the offset and everything?
Yeah.
So what's the rear offset?
The rear offset is plus 43.
Plus 43?
Yep, and the front is a plus 41. Yeah, there's an 8. It's 8.
And then what did you get? You got 315.
Those are 305.
Oh, 305.
It's a 305 40 18.
Yeah.
Or 40, no. 305 40. Hold on. These are 45.
Right.
I think these are 40. They are 305 40 18.
Yeah.
275 40 18.
Okay.
I'm so glad it came out good.
Okay, of course, halfway through prepping Ben's car for the dyno, it has some weird overheating issue. Not really overheating, but just it's running hotter than normal. It's running like, usually his car runs around like 205 and it's running at 215. It's a weird situation. It does fluctuate up and down in the teens, and we haven't changed anything except for the motor itself, and we put a much bigger transmission cooler on there. So we're assuming that's what it is. The transmission cooler is a 40K. He does have a single fan from Procharger. So you have a big 40K cooler, and then the condenser, and then the radiator, and then the single fan. So, and it is a 408. 408s do tend to run a little bit hotter. You know, the stroker motors tend to run a little bit hotter. And he has, you know, the Procharger. So there's blockage on both sides of the radiator. So yeah, I mean, we tried all the normal things, you know, we tried burping it. We tried letting it run through the overflow. We tried pulling the thermostat out. We tried replacing the thermostat. We put a different water pump, a different radiator, and it just runs hotter for whatever reason. So in mine, I have a similar setup. I mean, I have, you know, same engine and Procharger, but mine's a manual, so I don't have to have a transmission cooler. But I do have 4 fans. I have 2 pullers and 2 pushers. So I have no overheating problem. So that's the route we're going to go. And we're just going to put thin fans in there and have pullers and pushers. But anyway, so, you know, it wasn't enough to stop us from going to the dyno. So
yeah, if you would, that way we can, I've got it set up. I made a little thing there, but it's not quite done.
Yeah.
Move this shit out of my way, man.
There wasn't enough room for me to get the Jeep.
Good God. Like, why are they got the fucking doors open on the fucker anyway? Man, we've had a fucking time with this car.
Yeah, I believe it.
Fucking 2. Come on, bitch, level off. You know, we really don't know where it's gonna level off because everything's so different. So we're just hoping, you know, that it levels off somewhere in that area, 200, 205, 210. But there's no fucking telling with all the, you know, we've done everything to the car. So there's no Chilton guide to this car anymore.
Yeah, you gotta make your own.
Yeah. That's actually not bad. It's 196 and it hadn't really. Come on, stay right there, girl. We love you, baby. Well, we're finna shut it down. God. Yeah. Jesus.
There's another Mustang.
Bro, I'm telling you, when the motherfucking car's running right, there is no Mustangs. They're not around. Mike went back through my scans and said the car runs hotter, you know, around 212, but which is considerably hotter than his, but he's got 4 fans, so
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of other, like mine's automatic, it's got cooler, it's blocking more air, like there's so many variables here, but we're just gonna see if it at level off at that 215 upper area and try not to blow the fucking motor up, overheat it, warp the heads, all that bullshit. Yeah, let's not do that, right? It got to 220 and then came down. I didn't stop.
Okay.
When we come to a stop, like right now, it's coming down.
Yeah, there's something weird going on, dude. So I was reading, you can set the fan control in here.
Yeah.
And you can also set it in the tune.
Okay.
So it's possible that on here, the fans are set to like 160 or something. So what you got to do?
Yeah, show me.
Yeah. So you go.
Want me to shut it off?
No, let it run.
All right.
Where's the home screen? So they go to tuning, system, outputs. Nah, it's the same. 190, 195 is what it's coming on at. Did it part throttle? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. Only one of them works. You put the bulbs in, man. I don't know. Yeah, I saw that when you were driving on the way here, but I didn't want to stop you. Dude, look how shiny the inside of the wheels are. Like, he had them ceramic coated, so they're like mirrors. Yeah, look at those and look at mine. Jordan just said, "Is it louder than yours?" I was like, "See, it's fucking loud, bro. As loud as." I mean, when you're behind it and you hear that shit, like I heard it over my car. I hear nothing over my car. You ready?
Give me a short pull, just kind of look it over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right out to like 4,000.
Okay. Cool.
Do your thing. Well, half your thing. Don't go, you know.
We almost lost him, dude. He almost had a fucking heart attack there.
Doug said he's only going to 4,000.
Grabbed his fucking heart. He's like,
That was 5,000.
what was that?
What size pulley was on this?
396.
It only made 2.4 pounds of boost.
Oh, that should be impossible.
I was gonna say with that size pulley, we should be spinning.
that's like no boost. That's like something's off. Like something popped.
Yeah. You said it made 2 pounds?
Yeah, which is 2 is like same as 0.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Came out. Yeah.
That'll do it.
That's the one, dude. That's what we were talking about. We couldn't fucking reach this thing because it was on the ground. And we put it on and yanked on it and it didn't come off. So we're like, all right, well, I guess it's on. But no, obviously. Yeah, no, it popped out. That's the same fucking one, dude.
How do you know that makes on a motor 5,000?
I need like a 8mm and 10mm. I just saw you were like, well, I'm gonna let off $4 grand. So I'm like, yeah, 470 is pretty much, that's all right. You know,
No, I
$4
was
grand.
like, when he told me to pull you on the phone, I was like, dude,
Yeah,
if we start spinning this thing real hard, like,
yeah,
that blower's gonna start coming alive
Right.
real fast.
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
oh my God. This was a lot easier last time. So the coupler that connects it and this bottom one has fallen down, and so it's just, there isn't enough of a lip to catch the top one, so I gotta take it off.
I thought you were supposed to know what that
It's one of the things that I rip out. Whatever that is. All right, it's back in. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah. Is it still no boost?
that's not boost.
Oh, okay. It sounded like it fucking had boost. It's just the horsepower. I guess it's where you left off, but I told you, dude. When you hit it that time, I was like, Jesus Christ.
537.
Yeah. It came alive. Sounded ridiculous.
It does. It sounds disgusting.
Yeah. It sounds angry.
Bro, you're giving me heart palpitations.
Dude, I mean, it felt like immediately the sound, the feeling was way louder than mine, and it made half the horsepower. Like, you could tell it's in the beginning of, yeah.
The problem with this blower is like, even with this crazy blower, like, these don't start coming alive till you start revving the shit out of them.
Yeah. If you watch your YouTube video, I'm telling you, of like the last time that you were here, Take the best run and then listen to that one right there. You made more horsepower last time. This is insane. Yeah.
He's smiling. He's like,
dude, I already know. I don't even need to know what the horsepower is. Like, I mean, I could you could feel it. You could. It's.
Yeah.
Just wait until he gets into the higher RPMs, dude. It's gonna be insane.
That's what when I was driving it, we were low, and I'm like, dude, this car has way more torque. Way more torque. The torque is insane.
It sounded like transmission slipped.
Or even spinning.
Either the tire slipped or the fucking transmission slipped, one or the other. That thing was on a fucking rip. Did the fucking transmission slip?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
That's what it sounded like. It's either that
was really weird.
Yeah. See that or tire.
Spin on the tire? 600 RPM, it ran out of fuel.
No fucking way. What was the injector duty?
Well, it was trying to compensate. I was up at 95%.
Yeah.
So, fuel pressure. What's the pumps?
It's the Hellcat.
Single?
Yeah.
We should still have
It should be good to 8 or 9. Because I think the max on it is, look at the Hellcat fuel pump horsepower limit. It's like, it's either 800 or 900 horsepower. It's well beyond, you know, where you're at right now. I mean, maybe at the end of that run, maybe not, but. It's literally just the Hellcat pump put into the module. Everything else is the same.
Oh, okay.
So just turn it to on real quick and just see if, I just want to see if fuel comes out. Let me get the camera.
Hold it up. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, turn it off. Yeah, it's the hat.
Regulator?
Yeah, it's shooting straight out of the fucking top.
All right, so what do we need? Can we get it?
I mean, sort of. Like, we'd have to get a pump and then take this shit out and build the other one, which we probably could, but I don't know how long it'll take us. But we can try if somebody has a module. I mean, call next door at AutoZone or whatever and see if they got a fuel pump.
Like, I'm like this close to fucking tearing the heads off that motor.
The bin.
Hey, look. Hey, that's you.
Just saying.
And that's the man she tells you not to worry about. She said don't worry about him. This way bigger fucking bitch.
Oh, I gotta cut the bottom of this thing off. Here, let's just do it this
It's
way.
definitely.
I just bought that. You know that's $300 just over there fucking.
It was 10 minutes ago.
They'll still warranty. They will for me.
Let's cut this one off.
Get that piece of shit out of here. Bro, they don't like our cars, man. Oh, they shit. That's fucking weird. Put a big old fucking motor on that thing.
Well, the good one burns the fuck up with the 7 horse on it, man. I don't know what's going on, dude. And we were like, oh, let's go get another bunch of code.
You can't keep up with him, but you got, you know, he ain't. What the f, man? What'd it do?
Not as much as I thought it would. Fuel pressure's still dancing, dude.
Fuel pressure?
Yeah, I mean it's. The problem is you got a combo that'll make a fucking ton of steam. That single pump, like on a non-return style, just it ain't got enough balls to feed it. And we're not even shooting for that rich of a air fuel. I mean, I'm trying to be like 0.80. That was on 14 degrees. It's 572 wheel.
Yes. Like, yeah, it's crazy. What's the
Still
boot?
leaning out? It is?
Fuel pressure, you can see it dancing on the AFR. And duty cycles at like 98%. It just won't hold steady.
Yeah.
Like it did okay. I mean, it's 572 wheel right now, but that's only on like 14 degrees. Like it ain't 1,000 cc's a minute, which is what we're in.
Yeah.
At 60 psi supercharged at 90% duty cycle should support 1,200 wheel.
Yeah, but remember mine was at 87%.
Well, we could be compensating for a fuel pressure drop too.
That's possible.
You know,
Yeah.
that is very possible.
Yeah.
Because
the pump may make more, but maybe the system can't handle it.
Yeah, I can tell you right now that pump overruns that
Yeah.
regulator. So we don't even know what we're getting at the rail. It
Right.
could be 70 psi, and then the thing is with the pumps, yeah, you can go up in pressure, but then your volume goes down. So that's a game we got to play too.
Yeah.
Because if you watch the voltage on the pumps and watch what they just do this funky thing.
Mixing up before we
So
get
literally, we've got enough injector. We just need fuel system.
there. Yeah. It's got to support it.
Like, technically, a 75 pound an hour on gas, would support 1,000 at the wheels.
Yeah. What about, I know this ain't gonna work, but right leg, or, yeah, right. Yeah, right, left. Nice. So another late night at Jeff's Tuning and Performance in Ocala, Florida. As you can see, it's starting to get dark. We were there for the majority of the day, and after hours, the lav mic's dying, the camera's about to die, so I'm finishing this in audio. As you can see, the fuel system started to fail. The intake manifold is restricting flow. It's the stock LS1 intake manifold, the stock fuel rail, the stock fuel lines, the stock fuel pump module with the Hellcat pump in it. So before this dyno, the last dyno, Ben's car had, still had the Procharger in it, but it had the LS1 and it had a much bigger pulley. So I think he was running like a 488. This one's a 396. So a few things have changed. Before, when he had the LS1 and the bigger pulley, everything was kind of at its limit. The injectors are big enough to support whatever, this motor's going to put out, 1,000-ish. The injectors will be fine. The pump itself, non-boost, is good for around 900 horsepower. So the pump could probably support what he's trying to do, because he's not trying to go crazy and do, 1,400 horsepower. He's trying to get around 900-ish, somewhere around there. So the pump itself would probably be at the limit, but the fuel system itself, the plastic module and hat and the fuel lines, the fuel rail, it's done. It's coming apart at the higher horsepower. So the next thing we got to do is it is what it is. We got to replace the fuel system. We're going to go with a dual pump system. We're going to do the billet hat and PTFE lines. We're going to change the intake manifold, get billet fuel rails and see what this thing can do. Part of the channel is, a lot of what we're trying to do here on the channel is just show all the different steps. So obviously you can spend thousands of dollars, you can buy, everything that you need, go to the dyno, run, have a great run, and, whatever, everybody's happy, but you don't learn anything. And I just feel like that's the majority of what you see out there. And so I like to break it down and go step by step, see the restrictions, see the mistakes, and learn from them and improve because of the mistakes. Adapt because of the restriction. And so you can see what the limits are and what you need to do, the real reason that you need to actually improve these parts. Hopefully you got to see that. So the next part is just, we're going to get a different intake, different fuel system, and then we'll be back and see what it does.